All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Drew Show once again. Yeah. I know. Let's get straight to the topic of today's show. Tasha K versus Kendra G. Now, I don't know if y'all familiar with Tasha K and her platform, Unwind with Tasha K, where she talks about a multitude of different topics and gossip, kind of gossip stuff. A little bit about her background, I always recognize shit. Well, I always pay attention to. She's married, so far as I know, and got a child. Tasha K does. This is Tasha K relationship situation she's currently in. Kendra G, she's I call it one of these so-called dating experts, but with no personal results. She's not married. She don't have a kid. I think both of them, if I'm not mistaken, in their 40s at least. Now I know Tasha K. She had some court situation with Cardi B. The rapper Cardi B sued her for allegations of saying stuff to her, saying stuff about her on social media that she says damaged her background or her persona or however they say it in the courtroom. I have to look at more court dockets, but so far I'm just gonna play the video. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's get to the video, people.
Kendra G, continuation of Breakfast Club shenanigans and shit. Kendra G, y'all remember when Kendra G came for me? After I literally was just being a good Samaritan by stating, after we were talking in the DM, it was very casual and never had a problem with this woman. But a lot of people be underlying like really, really tight with my platform. Like they don't know which way I'm gonna go. How can I trust Tasha? What is she gonna expose? Like they be fucking paranoid around me, right? And I get it, so I'm used to it. But I literally said to her in the exchange in the text messages, I said, hey, keep your man off social media. And she came back, was like, well, what that, like an hour later, well, what that mean? I was like, keep your man off social media. It was just saying. And so she was like, why? My friends told me that you was looking for stuff on my man. I ride for mine. Now, he ain't her husband. Now, he's her boyfriend. Mind you, this lady is well in her 40s, okay? I don't think she's ever been married, and this is her boyfriend, okay? So this is not a husband. Talking about me and mine, we ride for mine. He's supposedly Nigerian. I don't know. And it was just really, really salty. Then she sent me a text message of her friend saying, hey, girl, Tasha K looking for information on your man. And I was like, baby Kendra, we don't look for information on nobody. Your people send it to me. Just like your people told you that I was looking for information, they probably about sent it to me. But what it did was pique my interest because my thing is like, why get so defensive? If there's nothing to hide about your man, why get so defensive? And it was the defensiveness that made me say, okay, let me keep my eyes open for some stuff. I'm not looking for it, but when it does come across my desk, I'm going to see why she felt tight about me getting any information on her man and why she felt the need to be the dominant masculine figure to want to fight for him. So when these messages wounded up on my desk in my DM, before we put these out, I want you to hear how Kendra G describes her life because, she's always posting in Rolls Royce and helicopters and these ridiculous outfits that you can't buy nowhere, not even Nigeria. And she is yet to get a hair transplant to bring back her edges. So the wigs just get further and further back. So go ahead, run this interview.
Wasn't going to be able to guest co-host because things change. Things do happen in radio. They have pre-recorded interviews, but I was able to come in the next morning and still just do some talk breaks with Envy. Well, when I went in the next morning, Jess Hilarious was there. Shout out to Jess Hilarious, super talented, deserves to be her job. Like this is nothing about her at all, right? So I want to make that clear. I think she was an excellent choice. But still, with that being said, as a company employee, I wasn't really given an opportunity to even guest co-host. Really, if I'm watching for 2 months, people getting the chance to guest co-host, and I work for the company and I gotta wait, that's not gonna happen. But literally, after that experience, I did it. And again, because I know this might go viral. Shout out to Just Lyrics. That's your job. You kill it. I've always loved you. But I quit after that. Like after, literally.
So that was the final
that was it.
show.
I was done.
Breakfast Club.
Like that Friday, I had to go back to do one more episode in Chicago. It was May 1st, and I was going to Italy for my birthday, and I knew I was not returning. And I sent my resignation letter while I was in Italy, and I never went back.
And did they try to like stop you from leaving?
I left 6 months before my contract, but I didn't get no severance package. I didn't get no unemployment. So they're like, okay, girl, I walked away from it. It's like, don't hold me to my contract. I'm not gonna hold y'all to anything. And I left and I moved to Beverly Hills, California, and I started my own company and my own
she bought
thing.
a Rolls Royce, and that was all she wrote.
Well, yeah, now they couldn't afford it. Now they couldn't afford me. But I do want to say this: life played itself out the way it was supposed to play itself out.
Let's comment, because there was a lot being said there, okay, that she didn't really go into detail with, but she always makes sure that, they can afford me. I was in Italy, Rolls Royce, Beverly Hills, very, very much new money, because radio personalities don't make that kind of money. I do want to tell you, before I went public, or took this information on the road, when she was talking all that shit, somebody, I ride for mine, bitch. Don't be trying to, just doing so much shit. And I always told her, I said, listen, if I get anything on your man, I'm going to tap you. I don't look for shit. People send it to me. So when I got this email and all of the receipts that was sent, I dropped it in her DM. Guess what happened? If she didn't ride for hers, she didn't book up. It was crickets. It was crickets. All that mouth that she had and motherfucking forehead, all that yelling, can't hear herself and shit, tone deaf, wasn't saying a motherfucking thing. She knew I was on tour with this shit. We got emails and all this shit on your boyfriend. Not your husband, but your boyfriend. Hey, how was that Kendra G scrutinizing women about their requirements and preferences in a mate when she's parading around Los Angeles and being love bombed by Hush Puppy Jr., the Nigerian Deo, a.k.a. Donovan Johnson, a.k.a. Don Johnson, a.k.a. Reginald Green, a.k.a. Terrence Reed, a.k.a. James Wright, a.k.a. Timothy Price, and the list goes on. She is head over heels in love with a notorious scammer that recently came home from federal prison for bank fraud, credit card fraud, wire fraud, identity theft, and money laundering. Her Instagram is at Kendra G. It's Scam Central and scream scam likely. So when I did drop this email in her DM, as I told her I would, and text her, she didn't say a goddamn thing. But she had a lot of motherfucking mouth trying to keep me or trying to scare me from even receiving this information. That's how I knew that something like this could be true. So this will be public. Like I said, everything's allegedly, even my name's allegedly. But like I said, if it get thick out here, we can put out the arrest record and what we were sent on this man that she's parading around.
When life gives you lemons, Rockstar Wireless makes lemonade.
Hello?
All right, people. All right. I was a lot to take in. But like I said, Tasha K is married to her baby daddy. Kendra G is not married to no one. Got a boyfriend, allegedly a scammer. Looked like Tasha K got them receipts. But I always tell y'all, when y'all looking for dating advice, a lot of people think, because you're getting it for somebody who's older, the older generation, people who are married. No, marriage hasn't changed. I'm talking about a traditional marriage hasn't changed. There's respect, there's God and respect for each other. It hasn't changed. Y'all new modern people are trying to implement stuff into the dating realm. And it will be temporarily and won't work. I'm telling you, it won't work. That's why I say do not listen to people who are unmarried, people who are divorced. These two people, don't listen to them. Yeah, so she pulled up some receipts. She got her. And I look at both of their platforms, and I take bits and pieces from learning stuff about each of their characters. And I know Tasha K, sometimes she goes in on the gospel stuff. But Kendra G, she's more of a... The funny thing is, she didn't like Kevin Samuels when they was interviewing. Now she's basically agreeing with a lot of stuff Kevin Samuels said. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Even Kevin Samuels, he wasn't the first to start all this dating stuff. You know the first words to start all this dating stuff? If you look at the word of God, he tells you not to deal with Jezebel people or unequally yoked spirit people. The Bible tells y'all all this. This was the first. Y'all talking about red pill? No. This was the first. God pill was the first on establishing the foundation of a good relationship. Even Kevin Samuels, if you look at some of his videos, he talks about God in his videos. God is the foundation. But this has been I didn't see this one coming right here. this verses. Wow, I want to me, Tasha, I want to see if Tasha K responds. Not Tasha K responds, excuse me. Kendra G responds. Because she can't really respond with nothing if these allegations has receipts to it. Tasha K claiming to have some other information that will blow this wide open. So if I were Kendra G, I would just take this L and move on. Don't mention her. Don't say nothing to her. Don't deal with her again. Because, yeah, they got you. I tell y'all people so much to stop listening to people who are not married and people who are divorced. Now, you can listen to somebody whose husband or wife died, who are widows, but person who's divorced and a person who's unmarried, nah, you can't listen to them. That's like listening to people who can't cook. No, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing until you practice what you preach. I say it again. You don't know nothing personally until you yourself practice what you preach and show us positive results. Your ideology or your way of thinking works. For me, Tasha K basically got the receipt. If she got some receipts on you, oh my gosh, woo wee, yeah. Okay, Kendra G, you wanna shut it down? Tell me what y'all think about this situation. Right, like, subscribe in the comment section. Write in the comment section what you think of this situation. This has been another Drew Show. Signing off.